Alright, hello and welcome back to my review of AnoHana, the flower we saw that day, episode 9. I wanted to do a movie Mondays of sorts, but we have to do more of this. I guess my plan was to do Madoka Magica movie 3 for Drive, but with that I wanted to do an intermission of sorts to talk about where things left off and where things might go, even though I have no clue where things could really go. I'm probably way off the beaten track or path. But anyhow, let's get into episode 9 of our review. We seem to be able to stretch these out quite a bit, so we'll see with these. And then I gotta grab some chow. So anyhow, alright, episode 9. Menma giving Papa the biggest piece of bread because he is the biggest. LOL. Exclamation marks. I'm just reading off my notes, and I do remember that episode. Oh, that is so innocent and funny. Oh, that is innocent, pure-hearted, innocent, just innocent of her. So innocent. This was a hilarious moment, and better yet, because he can't even hear her. So it was just great. Right off the bat, I'll say that's my favorite moment because that just strikes you the right way. Her just being oblivious and innocent about it. Oh my goodness. That's just funny. All right, so Yuki is to make the fireworks for Menma to reach heaven. Jintan talks of the plan to a sleeping Menma, who then reveals she is awake and repeatedly thanks him. Stay away, feels! Exclamation mark. Once again, these are my blind notes of when I did AnoHana episode by episode blind. I later did a re-reaction or live commentary of sorts when I had seen it again. I wanted to do such. So anyhow, let's continue. Anaru ponders her crush reveal, and that it is true still unto the present. She ponders of Jintan, so she might still dig Jintan. She very well may still be crushing on him all this time later. Anyhow, Suruko, pronunciations and names we always botch. Suruko and Yukiatsu, ambush Menma's father of sorts, and the husband reveals the truth. It was the wife who stopped Sama from giving them the fireworks they sought. She is stuck living in the past, and yet, as a good husband, he wills her to heal. He wills her to move on. He wills for her to return to the present and live life to the fullest. So she has to forget about Menma, in a sense. Anyhow, Yukiatsu, humbling himself out of pure respect and honor. Yukiatsu gets down on his hands and knees gets down on the ground. Very symbolic and very, however the case you want to say it, you lowering yourself to another authority type of deal. Very much putting yourself down and showing respect. So he reveals to the father that he loved Menma. And he too struggles. He too is stuck in the past. And he seeks to do something about it. And he breaks down and cries. So he recognizes his brokenness, his need to heal, his need to move on, his need to find peace with the past and thus the present, and to live life to the fullest. Suroko asks Yukiatsu if Menma going to heaven is what he wants. So she's prodding for information. She wants to figure him out, where he's at. Jintan arrives with Menma. Yuki asks about her hair length being the same. Jintan reveals to him, because he couldn't see her, he reveals, yes, it is indeed the case. And she's grown up like all of them somehow. So she has aged, in a sense. She looks different. She's more grown up. Still cute and adorable as heck, though. Then Yuki asks if she's beautiful. And Jintan hit home by the past, but says she is quite cute and pretty upsetting. And pretty upsetting. It's just how you say it, the sentence. The notes I wrote down so long ago, so there's kind of a disconnect in, what I jot down. I might not understand. So Jintan hit home by the past, but says she is quite cute and pretty, thus upsetting Menma in an okay type of way. Yuki kicks a fence repeatedly in his frustration. Not good. When you get that kind of a level of anger, that's not good. When you start actually hitting different things to try and relieve your anger, that's the point where it becomes not a good thing. You could break something, either a prop or a bit of you, maybe fracture a hand or a foot or a toe or whatever the case, or finger. Not good. So anyhow, so there seems to be emphasis being placed on why Menma has aged. So and then there's Menma hugging Papo, which was too cute. Anaru ponders. She cannot see, but can see Menma. She's pondering the past and believes she can't beat Menma, neither in the past or even in the present. It hasn't changed, even though things changed. In terms of her and Jintan. Building that Onaru and Jintan romance there. Onaru runs off crying. Yuki follows. And really, these characters seem to be able to know each other pretty well. He just calls it right out of Onaru, who goes all tsundere on him. So he knows what's going on. He knows how she feels. Onaru slaps Yuki's hand away, and he apologizes. He brings up his offer again about dating her. And lo and behold, Tsuruko overhears such. So, then we have Onaru. She kicks Yuki. She takes him by the shirt collar. So now Tsuruko seems to be hurt for digging Yuki. So the love octagon continues. So Menma, we come to the moment where Menma writes in her diary for Papo. She is seemingly restricted to writing through her diary alone. And thus the question is, why? Why is that? Why is that? That's a very interesting concept too. So, at least as far as we can tell, she can only write in her diary. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So Papo asks her questions. He asks her if she liked back then, in the past, all of them hanging out, and stops. He stops. So, actually, maybe he asked who she liked, or if she liked someone back then. So it was kind of throwing that possible Jintan love mystery out there. So the question gets tossed out there on the table. Who, if anyone, did Menma like? So Menma, just so cute. I guess privately, Menma spots something in the water. She's all off by herself, I think, above a bridge and leaning over it, which doesn't. There's just a not good perception there. There's just a sense of danger there when I watched it. And I was thinking, this might very well be a throwback to the past. Anyhow, Jintan arrives home and finds Menma not there. So, again. He runs out after her to find her and track her down, and she calls out to him from the bridge. She is at the ground level down below, so she must have walked down there near the river. Jintan, thus, gets absolutely horrified of the past. He's just petrified, horrified at this. Her near the water. So, her death might have been told to him in a flashback and alluded to with the shoe in the river. The question is, how did she die? How? He gets some cuts and scrapes. He gets cut by a branch. and just is kind of rushing to her to keep her safe, and doesn't want her to disappear, aka being symbolic of the past, paralleling the past with the river type thing. And that points all the more to, maybe it was even the same spot, I don't know, or same general area. That would spook. So so she sees a fish, and he goes after a carp for her in the river, and just worries of her being near the river. That's the thing. If one had some sort of incident, one's going to worry about that incident again. There's going to have to, it's going to take a lot of healing. And one might even be lifetime kind of scarred if about certain incidents, perhaps. But anyhow, so I think that was the episode. So I don't know how this will wrap up. I still expect Menma's mother to be won over somehow, essentially converted to their side, and of everything to be revealed and explained in episode 11, but I have no idea of how episode 10 will go about and what episode 10 will contain within itself. So anyhow, that was my review of episode 9 of AnoHana, the flower we saw that day. Very beautiful. And next time is episode 10. So we got the pre-finale and the finale left to go, and then at some point I would like to do a review. I don't know. It's hard to gather up enough thoughts for a review unless I'm crazy familiar with an anime. Plus the rating system or rating I would always want to just change endlessly. So just very indecisive. So anyhow, it's getting closer. It's going to wrap up. There's going to be things. So non-spoilery things. So anyhow, let me know your favorite moment of this episode. Let me know your thoughts on the episode. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more. I will see you up ahead. Take care, cool.